The following information provided in today's episode is for educational and inspirational purposes only. Elevate Change Radio is not affiliated with or associated with any person, opinion, or information disseminated during this episode. Please consult legal counsel, primary care physician, or trusted business professional accordingly before applying any knowledge in a real life application. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Elevate Change Radio. I'm your host, Elza Alanis, and today I'd like to introduce you to someone. Her name is Amanda Abright, and she's the board president of Points North Theater Company, a nonprofit community theater enriching the Woodlands and Spring arts community. She stepped into the role in January of 2025 after several years of performing with the company and contributing as a board member. She is a lifelong theater lover with a degree in English literature and a master's in information science, a background that blends creativity, scholarship, and organizational leadership. She brings a unique perspective to Points North Theater Company's mission and growth. Her professional career has spanned work as a college and public librarian, an oil and gas landman, and currently an escrow officer with Texas American Title. Her love of theater began in childhood while attending community productions in San Angelo and deepened through high school theater and with UIL One Act. She began acting in community theater in 2010 and has since performed in dozens of productions, including multiple Shakespeare in the Park shows with Points North Theater Company after meeting artistic director Sean K. Thompson in 2017. Her passion for Shakespeare inspired her first original production, a comedic cabaret of iconic scenes from the plays, which she wrote with the help of her fellow actors and directed and produced. She later authored Points North Theater Company's two interactive murder mystery shows, Jazz, Gin, and Jealousy, and Elementary, My Dear Gatsby, both which run monthly at the Blind Finch Speakeasy and the Crown Plaza. These productions have revitalized the company's revenue and expanded its audience. As board president, she has strengthened Points North Theater's company's marketing, modernized its website, and championed the company's long-term goal of securing a permanent theater home to support full-scale productions for the community. Okay, let's meet Amanda. See you soon.
Hello. So we're in a back alley behind the Thistle Draft Shop, and if you follow me, you'll find a surprise. It's just a back alley door, and it says it's closed for prohibition. I wonder what could be inside. It's a whole speakeasy. So this is for the burlesque show they have on Thursdays. And then we've got our murder mystery promotionals here. The restrooms are gorgeous, which is a weird thing to show on a tour, but they're just so pretty. They did such a good job. Yes. And then you could have a liquor locker with your own key. I actually really like this. It's the gay right way for X-Lax, the chocolated laxative ad. I don't know why, but it makes me happy. So absurd. And then you come on into the main event.
Well, welcome back, everyone. This is Elza Alanis with Elevate Change Radio, and I am here with Amanda Abright, and we are going to talk about Points North Theater. I'm super excited. This has been a little while in the making, and we are here now. So, to get us started, Amanda, tell us just a small little bit about yourself.
So I am from West Texas originally. I was born in Houston, but then when my mom was at UTMD and became an obstetrician gynecologist and was actually the first female obstetrician gynecologist in San Angelo, where my family's from when we moved back. And grew up in San Angelo, Texas, or outside of it in Wall, and very involved in high school theater, and then went to university and became a librarian, actually, with a master's degree in information science. And then ended up working for a stint as a landman in Pennsylvania with my husband, doing oil and gas title work. And it was this is relevant because it was while I was in Pennsylvania, I didn't know anybody. I wanted to meet people. And I remembered enjoying not community theater, but theater in high school.
Correct.
And so I joined the local community theater in Pennsylvania and really got the bug. And so I did, I think, 4 or 5 shows in a row, like just back to back. Wow. And fell in love. And so when we moved to Houston, I was like, I got to get involved.
Back in there, somewhere,
find one. So I've done shows in the Owen and in Conroe, and I've done shows at lots of Shakespeare shows for Points North and for Haven Arts Theater in Spring. And then I'm on the admin side now and I'm the board president of Points North Theater. And as of 2023, I started writing little shows, and now I'm got 3 shows under my belt. I've written 4, but only produced 3. And we've got 2 murder mysteries that are mine that we're producing and I'm directing. And it's a whole lot, but it's fun. I have a good time with it. And then in my day job, during the daytime, I'm escrow officer at Texas American Title, and I do closings and help people get into their homes.
That's amazing.
It's a lot.
She's busy. If you haven't figured that out, she's very, very busy. Gorgeous.
You're so pretty. You'll have to do a cheers. And
yeah. We can do it now. Ready?
Okay. Cheers. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much. All right.
Delicious.
So let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
So what was the first play or musical, or what was it that happened in high school that said, this is it?
So I had a wonderful theater teacher, Miss Miller, and she really took me under her wing. And the play that we did, it was in class, I think, theater class.
Okay.
And it was like a parody of the movie Airplane from the 70s.
I know that one.
Yeah. And I mean, it was tailored for high schoolers. They took a lot of like the drug references and things out, but it was, it really wasn't the play. It was just the experience of it. And then I also did 1-act play, and she was in charge of that as well, which is like the UIL competition. And I was backstage. Didn't get cast because I was just a little freshman, but I got to be involved. And it was, I don't remember the name of the play, but it involved if Shakespeare had a sister who was equally talented. And it was so fun. And I really hadn't been exposed to a whole lot of Shakespeare, but I was really into English literature. And so I ate it up. And I remember being backstage in UIL, and like you travel to go to the competition, and one of the characters forgot his pants, like in his costume. And it's one of those, like the medieval or 16th century pants. And so I was wearing sweatpants and I was like, I think these will work. And I gave him my pants, and we pulled them up. So he could fit into them and was able to work. Luckily we were on the same size. So that became her the show must go on. Yes.
I love that. My first time was, I was still here in Houston. I was going to Oak Ridge High School, and I was in a theater class, and the end result was horrible. Let me preface. The end result
It didn't work.
It didn't work. However, we were all assigned like different parts, trying to learn theater, not just on the stage, but behind the scenes.
Right.
And I got assigned lighting. And I was so meticulous. I took notes, wrote everything down. I was like, I got this, rigorous practice. And then the day of the performance, other classes came in, and I can't even tell you what happened, but I got there and sat down in front of that board, and I was like, okay, you had my little map drawn out. Every single time I touched that board,
it was different.
It was different. My lights were going off over here. My actors were over there.
That is
I
a
just was
common thing.
Oh my gosh.
And you will hear tech people be like, someone touched my light board and reprogrammed the lights. And it's going to take hours to fix it. And it's a whole disaster. So
young, new, and it wasn't a serious thing. So I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with this board, but all of my cues are wrong. And I was just like, toward halfway through, I just stopped touching the board because the teacher just said, don't touch it. I was like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. You saw me do this. You see my meticulous notes. He goes, I know, I understand. It's okay. I was devastated, by the way.
I hope that wasn't the last.
No. So then I moved to Wisconsin, and I happened to be going to school with my cousin, and we were in the hall. It's like we had it was like a couple of first days of school, and we had this free period, and this amazing woman just said, hey, you two, what are you doing? What do you have right now? And we were like, oh, we have this free period. And she goes, well, do you want to be part of this theater group? And we were like, we looked at each other and said, well, as long as we were together, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
And she brought us in, and we were sitting with this group of kids, and she was kind of walking us through what it was. And I was like, I have no idea what I've signed myself up for. But I'm going to try
But we're here.
And I fell in love. And her name was Mrs. Gibson, but I call her Gibby. And she taught theater, but then she also had the theater troupe. And it was conflict resolution crew. And we wrote our own scripts as well.
Oh, that's so fun.
So every year it was something different because we were writing what it was, whatever the topic was, and we would flesh it out and really get intimate with the characters and really dig into the meat and potatoes of what makes a character feel real. And I loved it. So it was a lot. And then we also did a lot of improv theater too.
Yes.
And that's also where I found out about modern dance, because she brought in a dance teacher and all these things. So when I say I'm just a little theater geek,
I love it.
So that was my experience. So when you say high school, I'm like, me too.
Yes. And so to be honest, I was really shy in elementary school and junior high, and theater really helped bring me out of my shell, make me feel more comfortable. I mean, I was terrified the first few times I was on stage. Yeah. But now I'm like, you want me to talk in front of me? It's fine. Just tell me what you want me to say and I'll say something.
I still struggle with that. I'm definitely, as you can tell, one-on-one girly, but the bigger crowds, I'm like, what is happening right now? I'm having a whole out-of-body experience, trying to get back into myself so I can stay into character. And I have tips and tricks that help me do that.
Oh, for sure. I still sometimes will get like the sweaty palms and the
racing heart.
Not necessarily racing, like where it's uncomfortable, but just a little bit of like butterflies. And I feel like that means I care. That's, you know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Because now you're invested.
Yes.
And you're like, otherwise you're like, if it goes right, great. And if it doesn't go right, whatever. But
I don't feel like paralyzed or I'm still on it. I just want it to be done well. So
I feel like that. And then the first line or the first move, and then everything just kind of sinks back in.
Right. And you've done it so many times through rehearsal that you can just, although you don't have that in the murder mystery because it is more improv.
And things are coming at you quick.
Yeah. You got to think on your toes a little bit more, but it's a whole other beast that I actually took a long time for me to feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors. In Houston, your dream home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. At Umbrella Realty, we help first-time homebuyers and luxury seekers find more than just a house. We help them find home. With a personal touch and deep local expertise, Umbrella Realty makes the journey seamless, exciting, and unforgettable. Whether you're buying your first home or your next masterpiece, let Umbrella Realty be your guide. Contact Crystal Morris, your favorite Texas realtor, at 281-865-2092. Again, that's 281-865-2092. Umbrella Realty, luxury, trust, Houston. Visit umbrellarealtytx.com and step into your future. Ready to fall in love with your natural hair all over again? At Creative K, we don't just style, we celebrate your crown. Step into our salon and experience personalized care that brings out the best in your coils, curls, and kinks. From protective styles to restorative treatments, we craft looks that empower. And for your at-home glow-up, grab our best-selling hair growth oil that is infused with nature's finest ingredients to nourish your scalp and stimulate growth. Pair it with our hydrating rose water mist for daily moisturizer that keeps your strands soft, strong, and radiant. Your hair tells a story. Let Creative K help you write it beautifully. Book your appointment today or shop online because your crown deserves nothing less than royalty. Creative K, your roots, our canvas. Are you ready to get your business heard? Whether you're a rising star or a Fortune 500, it's time to amplify your brand with the power of podcasts. Elevate Change Radio is opening its airwaves to you. Yes, you. Submit your commercial today and let your message reach thousands of eager ears across our community. Whether you have a promo, a new product, or a story to tell, send us your ad or interview request and we'll make waves on our podcast and beyond. For information regarding your ad submission and pricing or interview, email ads@elevatechangeradio.com. That's ads@elevatechangeradio.com. So tell me about Points North Theater, how it runs, how it works.
Sure. So it was founded in 2000 in Houston, and it was originally called Upstage Theater, and that's what the 501c3 is under. And then when they moved it up north to the Woodlands area, they changed it and did a DBA of Points North Theater Company. And the main focus in the last decade has really been around, well, I don't want to say it's the only focus, but it's the thing holding it together all these years since they've moved up north was the Shakespeare Festival in the Woodlands. They have an Arts in the Parks Shakespeare Festival in September. It's usually the last weekend. And I've probably done 8 of them, but they've done it for a decade now. And every year is a different Shakespeare play, and it's in partnership with the Woodlands. It's at Rob Fleming Park. Most of the time we had during COVID, I remember we moved to North Shore Park, and it was funny. We had those chin masks. Yeah, and all the actors were wearing this. I'm not sure if it helped anything, but
you're like, hey, we're doing what we can.
And so the Shakespeare Festival has been sort of the backbone in the last, several years. And then we also have a fairy tale Christmas that we'll put on. They used to work out of the rec center in the Woodlands. And then in 2020, when all the changes happened and everything was locked down, the lease, I think they changed owners. And so lost the space there. So now as president, my goal and the reason, well, not the whole reason, one of the reasons I wrote the murder mysteries is Mary asked me to for the space. But then I was like, we can use this to help raise money for a space. Because the thing about I love Shakespeare in the Park. It's the true love, but you can't charge for it. And so it's a true community service in that sense. But you're not going to raise money to get a lease to be able to maintain the rest of your production schedule. So we have a lot of plans for things we want to do, but we're working on getting spaces for those.
I understand that. Yeah, we live that life. We live that life. For the theater troupe, traveling, trying to, share what we're working on with other schools and at-risk youth. So it was a lot of fundraising going on. Yeah. To be able to pull that off, and nights out of town and hotel stays and permission slips and costuming and set designs and
all the things
to get it to and from. And
well, I have a really good board, and we're working hard to try to even just find temporary leases for a production, just one show, here and there, and test the market where the best place to find like a more permanent structure would be. So I'm thinking in the next year or two, I don't know, it's given me a bucket list item. Like before I die, I hope it's with Points North, but before I die, I want to be integral into in the ribbon cutting of opening a new theater.
No, that's amazing.
You know what I mean? Like that's the dream.
Yeah.
I feel like it's accomplishable. It's just a lot of work.
And finding the right space and making sure that you have the visibility for it as well. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. So I want to talk about what would be your dream collaboration.
So I've got actually an upcoming collaboration that I'm really excited about on 2 other Thursdays in the month. So right now we have the murder mysteries here at the Blind Finch, one Thursday a month.
Okay.
And then we also have we have 2 scripts that we're rotating quarterly. And so through March, it's going to be the book script, which is, I can go into details about the scripts. It's a different topic. It's another rabbit hole.
She's like, no. I'm saying yes. She's saying no.
But the collaboration, to answer your question before I go down that rabbit hole, on the other Thursdays, there is a burlesque show. And it is amazing. I've seen it. And so I contacted the coordinator from that. Her stage name is Abby Cadabra. Follow her on Instagram. And so she has invited my crew to come in character to her burlesque show on February 26th.
Oh my God.
And so we're going to be sitting with the audience, and
this is going to be fantastic.
Really fun. And then on March 19th, when we do our murder mystery, she's going to be one of the characters and suspects as herself, Abby Cadabra.
I love that.
So we're cross
blending,
collaborating. Yes. Blending the worlds a little bit together. And I think it's going to be really, really fun. I'm very excited.
I'm excited. I'm like, okay, note to self.
Mark your calendar, save the date.
Let me see if I know I've got a lot happening this month, but I was like, let me figure out if that is a possible thing.
Yes.
Okay. So because you're so busy, I want to know, what is it that you do to woo-saw?
So baths are a big thing. Like, get the bath salts really, really hot. I've got a garden tub in my house, like in the master bathroom.
Those are amazing.
They're really nice. And my husband is always like, we should get remodel and do a bigger shower where we can, and I'm like, but where would the bath go? Because I need that in my life. And the one in our guest room is fine, but it's not a garden tub. It's not the same. But I mean, it does the trick in the pinch. I'm actually in a show with Haven Arts right now because I'm insane and decided to add something else to my plate. It's a really good show. Y'all should come and see it. One more weekend. And it's coming up this weekend. And it's but yeah, during Tech Week, which, you know, is like, it's Hell Week. It's called Hell Week for a reason. It's awful. You know,
back and redo
every day rehearsals till 11:30. Yeah. And it's 30 minutes
trying to get it finite right.
Yeah. So, and then I get up and go to work in the morning.
And you're like, I'm here. Just give me the first hour and a half to just let me just process.
Exactly.
And then I promise we can have all the conferences you want about X, Y, and Z. Just, I need the first 90 minutes.
Yes. To just finish the coffee, fully awake.
And be fully online.
Yes, exactly. So, and I actually took off a couple of days because I was like, I'm getting too old for this. I gotta like, I gotta take care. But yeah, one of the nights it was, I got home about 11:45 or something. I was like, I really need to dive into bed, but I'm sweaty. And my husband, I don't want to wake him up by being in the big bathtub. So I went to the little one and I was like, it's gonna
work. We're gonna make this work.
I gotta have it. Mm-hmm. And it helped.
Yeah.
It helped.
Yeah. I have a foot soaker. I put my magnesium salts in there.
Yes.
And I get the toes around.
So yeah, baths are my thing.
Mm-hmm. And then how do you, if you want to answer this, you don't have to. But
okay.
When there is, you know, the unexpected during the theater process, how do you get everybody back on track when things start to spread out of craziness? And you're like, just hold 1 second. Let's.
Yeah. We've definitely had moments like that. Like my very first show that I wrote was, it was a Shakespeare, kind of like Saturday Night Live, I guess, where like little skits, like scenes from Shakespeare. And then the part that I wrote was Shakespeare himself, the man himself, was the host.
Okay.
And then Festy the Fool from 12th Night played the piano and sang songs. And then like introduced each of the little scenes. And then we had a troupe of like 4 actors that did the actual Shakespeare part, like you know, the real part, whatever you call it. So I was really excited about it. And we were going to do it at there was an art gallery in the Woodlands and we had it all planned out. And then like 2 weeks before the show, I show up to talk to them and there's a bolts, like it's locked. They didn't pay their rent.
Oh, no.
I had already sold tickets, but they had controlled the tickets. They weren't reimbursing. I had to find a new venue. And that's actually when I met Mary, because I was emailing people. And I was like, Mary, where can I put this on? And she let me put it on at the Thistle. And it was really successful. We sold out both shows. And, but yeah, we had to push it back like a month to figure it all out. And,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now that's nerve rattling.
And like half the cast wasn't available. So I had to recast for the new, like it was a whole thing. And so you just gotta keep, like there was definitely a moment of like, should we cancel? Do we need to cancel? And the artistic director of Princeton Theater, his name's Sean Thompson. And he sort of was like, okay, we can do this. Like, the show must go on. Yes. So how can, you know, and so we talked it through and we figured it out, made it work. And then we started this beautiful relationship with Mary and the rest is history.
That's, oh my gosh.
But yeah, I felt like I needed to feel my feelings.
Yes. Number one.
Yeah. Like have the grieving process of what it was. And then
say, okay, now what are my options on what it can be at this point?
Yeah, like how can we pivot? What can we do to bring it together?
Oh my gosh. Some way? The tears.
Yes, they were there.
I would have cried.
They were there.
The moment of panic. Like, yeah. What? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You didn't pay your rent. What do you mean your clothes?
Well, the fact that they didn't tell me, well, it was a whole thing. So
yeah. Like you could have said anything. Okay. 1 second. And then, so that leads me to, at the current moment, what are you doing to keep the community engaged? Like, how are you reaching out right now?
So that's currently my big project. And I thought we were doing a pretty good job just posting on Facebook, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. So I've done a lot of business things. You know, I've been a landman, I've done title research, I've done an escrow officer, I do a lot of networking, but I've never been a small business owner. And the shows that I had done previously, even the shows with the murder mysteries, have been sort of relying on the blind bench to do most of the marketing, and we would share. And so we actually expanded to another murder mystery venue in Houston at the Crown Plaza. And
the downtown one?
The one on 59 Southwest.
Yeah.
And so that's mostly on us. And we're trying to get those ticket sales up, because right now it's like, but it's good, because if I give them, a week heads up, we can cancel without paying anything. Like, they're being so wonderful. And so it's kind of a safe space to test our marketing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, okay, what do we need to do next? So I put it on Groupon, and I'm going to put it on Eventbrite, and I'm going to, try the different platforms and this and, different things to see what we need to do. Revamp the website. Check. I joined a BNI that actually meets at the Thistle. I spend a lot of time here. Mary's probably sick of seeing me so much.
Here she comes again.
Yeah, I was saying you're probably sick of seeing me so much, because I'm here for the BNI.
She said, never, ever, ever. Never.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Awesome. Look at us.
Bam. So the BNI has been really helpful. They for nonprofits, they will donate a free year of membership.
Oh, wow.
So I'm able to get not only their support with helping me network but it's like an accountability thing too. Like, I meet up once a week, talk about the shows, but also like, what are you doing? What is your plan for this? And there's so many resources available. It's been really, really helpful. Slightly overwhelming.
Yeah.
There's so many resources, so many things to do. So I decided for 2026, my resolution watchword is delegate.
Yes.
Because I'm board president doesn't mean I have to do it. I have a whole board and I need to use it.
Yep.
And so it's a work in progress. I'm, as the eldest daughter, I'm a recovering eldest daughter syndrome. Perfectionist, exactly. So I'm, just letting it go
and saying it's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be to my perfection standards.
Exactly.
However, it does need to be done right. It
needs to be done well.
But
that done is better than perfect.
That's true.
But it does need to be done well. So, and help is okay.
Yes.
I don't have to save the day. I don't have to do everything.
Yes.
I can't do everything, in fact, and I can't do everything well.
Yeah, and saying yes to help is a good thing.
Yes. Exactly. So all of these things.
I have only child syndrome.
Oh, yes.
Well, through my mom, I'm an only child. I was never raised with my siblings on my dad, through my dad's prior marriage and stuff. So when I say everything, it was on me to get it done and get it done right, because everybody was depending on me to stay on target. That pressure. Lots of things going on that required me to step up to the plate and be a little bit more mature than most of my friends, because, my mom was sick. So it's like, you had your kid time, but you also had to, make sure she's taking her medicine.
Sure.
And, reminding her about her appointments and, keeping him on track so that she can stay on track. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
Anywho. So, when did you know that you were going to write and produce? When did that happen?
2023. And that was the whole like art gallery thing. Yeah. But I was actually at I think it was at the art gallery for a different event. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, we need to make Shakespeare more accessible, and, like, palatable. Not that it's, I mean, to me, it's not. I eat and drink it, bread and butter. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I can cold read Shakespeare. It's not a problem. I understand what they're saying. It's not a problem. But that's not everybody, and I get it.
Some of us get lost. We're like, wait, what? I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to tell me.
I've had years of experience with it, and not everybody
lots of context clues.
Yeah. So I wanted to make it fun.
Correct.
And like the highlight reel kind of the best moments, and make it. And so anyways, I was chatting with a friend of mine who also, we had just done a Shakespeare show together. It was like a fourth or fifth one together. And we call ourselves the Myads. There's 3 of us, and we keep getting cast together. So we love doing shows together. But so we were brainstorming, and they helped me put the like sort of bare bones together, and then polished it up, and then I had to do the whole producing and directing side of it. And I was like, wow, that was a lot. And then I wasn't sure if I would want to do another one. But then Mary was like, hey, I've got the speakeasy. I think a murder mystery would be cool here. And I was like, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and I grew up reading Agatha Christie, like all of them. And I mean, I'm a huge book nerd. So, all about it. Dorothy Sayers, Josephine Tay, like, especially that cozy, like 1920s golden age of murder mystery. And it fits the 1920s Prohibition speakeasy vibes perfectly. So, I was like, all right, we're going to do that. And so I did a whole bunch of research on, I guess we're talking about scripts now. So I did a bunch of research on the Prohibition in Houston, and like local history, and tried to sort of bring that into the first murder mystery. And it's called Jazz, Gin, and Jealousy. Yes. And we'll have it here again in April.
Okay, that's April. Got it.
And so currently that's the one that we're trying to produce in Houston. And then we'll flip flop in April to where the Jazz, Gin, and Jealousy is here. And we have a different show. The second show is that I wrote is here now.
Okay.
So but the Jazz, Gin, and Jealousy has a bootlegger who owns the bar, and then the piano player manages the bar. Is his nephew. His wife catches him here. She's actually a hardcore prohibitionist, like votes for women, and then like transitions immediately into prohibition, and like is passing out flyers about like coming to see this pastor talk about and like the evils of drink. And I had a ball going to like the Library of Congress website and pulling up old prohibitionist flyers and putting them the most extreme ones into one flyer. And it has this big devil on it. Says the devil's mouthwash on the front of my little brochure that I made.
I love this.
And then it's like, and it's actual stuff that I like cobbled together from multiple pamphlets. And then I even found they had hymns that were prohibitionist hymns. And originally I had the show ending with the hymn, but it didn't really play very well. So I ended up cutting it, but it's on there if somebody wanted to read it.
Got it.
Because I just thought it was too fun.
You're like, why not?
Why not? So anyway, she passes around all of that, and they have this big confrontation. And then there's a chanteuse, like a jazz singer, who's got, there's like a love triangle going on there.
Ooh la la.
There's detectives, and so there's a lot of references to like little Easter eggs of like oil and gas drilling was invented, or offshore drilling was invented in the 20s, and so there's like a reference to that in Houston, and all kinds of fun stuff. So that's that script, and that was really we debuted that in November 2004.
Okay,
and then had that running here through, I think, July 2005.
Got it.
And then we wanted to have another show so people could come back and not know the ending. Although we do switch the actors out, and that one has different endings, like kind of like The Clue.
Yes.
Where like, well, it could have gone that way, but I didn't copyright like in brief or anything. I didn't actually have that. I wanted to in the end, but I was like, no, I don't want to get in trouble. But it does have different endings. There's like a true ending.
Okay.
And I try to do that as much as possible, but there's other endings too. If the audience, I don't want to give it away actually.
No. You have to come see it. If you want to know what's going on, you got to come see it.
And then the show that we're currently running is called Elementary, My Dear Gatsby.
Yes.
And it is my love letter to literature.
Oh.
So I don't know if you've ever read the Jasper Fforde novel, The Air Affair, or the Thursday Next series.
No, I didn't get to that one.
Well, I mean, it's one of a good zillion books out there, but it's like a kind of cozy mystery, but it's also a little bit dystopia, a little bit fantasy, all mixed up together. But the conceit of the novel and sort of my inspiration from it was book characters can escape from the pages of their novels and interact with the real world.
Yes.
And so I took that idea and ran with it. So we've got Sherlock Holmes, and of course he's he's the main detective. He's running the investigation. And Jay Gatsby from The Great Gatsby is hosting the party.
Of course.
And we've got guests that are like Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice.
Yes.
Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind.
Oh.
And
that's an interesting mix.
Yes, actually they are, and it's one of those things where I wanted to have very recognizable characters that were fun to play with the accents and the mannerisms. And then we also have, I don't want to give stuff away, so I'm trying to think. So there's a character that in the script I just call it Flex, and it's whoever is available, what they want to play. So I have an actor, when she plays it, she plays Miss Havisham from The Great Expectations. So she has like the old wedding dress on and makes a lot of ridiculous comments. It's all over the top. It's all parody kind of. And then another actor will do Bridget Jones in like the bunny costume.
The iconic bunny costume moment.
And I've had somebody play Falstaff. For Christmas, we did Mrs. Cratchit from Christmas Carol. And then we have, I don't know, there's just different characters but those are the main ones. Yeah. And so, one of them dies and now we have to solve the crime. And if you know the books, you'll have an advantage, but we also encourage you to use like Wikipedia, investigate the backstories, see how they, is everyone saying who they are they who they say they are? Or
is something else?
Is something not adding up? And so we encourage the audience. We have like little notepads that we give everybody to take notes. We have a moment in the show for both shows where there's like small group sessions with each suspect, and they can interrogate the suspects with whatever they want to say.
Okay.
Open. Yeah. And so the audience interrogates the suspects, and then at the end you write out your case, and whoever has the correct answer, both the most detail, because a lot of people will have the right answer, but whoever has the most detail and the best case for it, and not just like, that's what I think it is, or gut feeling. Then, I mean, if they're the only one that get it right, and it's a gut feeling, then they win. But yeah, they get a prize, and
I love this. This is amazing. Yes. So I'm definitely going to be.
All right. Yeah.
I'm going to be in the audience.
You're invited for sure.
Thank you. I thank you.
The next one is February 19th here. And then we've got February 13th at the Crown Plaza for the Jazz, Gin, and Jealousy.
Okay.
And then that will be coming here in April.
Okay. Yes. One last question related to those who are in theater or want to get into theater. Do you host auditions?
We do. The murder mystery show, since it is only once a month, and we've got probably 20 actors on the roster, I just want to make sure I'm actually hiring people and not just having them on a list and they never
Correct.
have time to do it because so especially if we can keep expanding the show, we'll keep expanding the roster. For the Shakespeare in the Park auditions, those are going to be in July.
Okay.
I don't think a date's been set yet. But the best way to get involved, I always tell people this, is find theaters and follow them on Facebook because they will always post it.
Correct.
On Facebook. You can look at their website too, but and I know this from experience with our website, it's like we haven't gotten the date yet for the auditions, and so as soon as we do, we'll put them on the website. But social media is the best way to keep your ear, to be the first to know, kind of a thing.
So it shows up on your FYP, and then you're like, oh, this is coming up, great.
Yes.
Instead of constantly trying to remember, oh, let me check and see if they posted
right,
something.
Exactly. They'll tell you.
Exactly.
So yeah, follow us on Facebook and then follow Haven Arts. They always have good shows. They've actually got auditions coming up too for their Shakespeare in the Park. They do a spring show.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do it this year because I can't do back-to-back shows anymore. I'm too old. I need a break.
We need breaks.
Yes.
Little breaks
Self-care.
in between.
Self-care. But they're doing A Winter's Tale.
Ooh la la.
Yes. And so that one's going to be February 15th.
Okay.
Is their audition date. And then I know that the Conroe, Owen and Conroe just published their season. I'm not sure if it has their audition dates yet. But yeah, you can follow and find out, their stage works. And then usually there's a sign up Genius kind of thing. And you sign up or you just show up.
Say hi.
And it'll ask for a resume usually, and you just type up whatever theater experience you've had. If you don't have a resume, that's okay. They'll have a form for you to fill out with that. But if you've been in a lot of shows, it's easier to have a resume because you're like, gosh, when was that? And what was the name of that character? It's just easier to have it all ready. And a headshot, again, most community theaters, it's like nice if you have it, but it's not a must. Yeah. And usually they'll say on the audition if they require like a monologue for you to have prepared, or if they just want or like a song if it's a musical kind of thing. For auditions for musicals, they want you to have a song prepared.
Always,
yeah.
Can't get away without the song.
But if it's not a musical, you're fine. And if you don't have a monologue, most community theaters are like, it's fine, here's the script. And they do cold readings mostly, which cold readings mean you don't have time to review the script. But if you can get the script ahead of time, you have an advantage.
And there you have it.
There you have it. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate it and thoroughly enjoyed talking with you about Points North Theater.
I'm so glad you came and reached out, and I'm very excited to be a part of your world, and
thank you.
Let me know if I can help with anything.
I appreciate that so much. Well, everybody, before we leave, I just want to thank you so much for joining us again here at Elevate Change Radio. And remember, Elevate Change Radio, engaging, empowering, and elevating our community. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I want to thank you, our listeners, for your support as we continue to grow and expand our podcast reach and content. Please stay tuned for our next podcast, and don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at www.elevatechangeradio.com. Let's grow together and support one another, and have a beautiful day from Elevate Change Radio, engaging, empowering, and elevating our community.